My child, I need you to find a quiet place within your spirit right now. I need you to shut out the noise of the world, the opinions of others, and the constant ticking of the clock. I need you to listen not with your ears, but with your heart. I have a message that has been waiting for you, a message that addresses the heavy silence you have been carrying for so long. I know the weight you woke up with this morning. I know the feeling that sits in your chest, heavy and cold, a feeling that says you do not belong. My heart grieves to say this, but I must be honest with you. You are not accepted. Not by the world, not by the crowds, not by the people you desperately wanted to please. I see the shock in your spirit as I say this. But stay with me. I beg for your attention now, for what I am about to reveal will change the way you see your pain forever. You have spent years trying to figure out what is wrong with you. You have analyzed your words, your appearance, your choices, wondering why you always seem to be on the outside, looking in. You have felt the sting of a door closing in your face. You have felt the crushing weight of a text message that never came, a phone call that was never returned, an invitation that was never sent. I see the nights where you lay awake replaying conversations, wondering if you were too much or perhaps not enough. I see the moments where you walked into a room and felt the atmosphere shift, felt the coldness of judgment, felt the subtle turning of backs. You have carried this rejection like a scar, hiding it, ashamed of it, thinking it was a mark of your failure. But listen to me. Listen closely. Write 777 right now if you are ready to hear the truth about your life. Write it as a sign that you are listening. The truth is this: you were never meant to fit in. You were never designed to be accepted by a world that does not know me. The rejection you have faced is not a mistake. It is not an accident. And it is certainly not a punishment. I am sorry for the pain it caused you. I am sorry for the tears you cried in the shower so no one would hear. I am sorry for the way your heart broke when the person you trusted most walked away. I feel every ounce of that pain. I count every tear. But I am not sorry for the separation, because that rejection was my protection. You are entering a phase of your life where the silence is about to make sense. We are beginning the journey into the truth of your isolation. This is the first step. You must acknowledge the pain. You must stop pretending it didn't hurt. It did hurt. It felt like a betrayal. It felt like you were being erased. There were times in your past where you offered your pure love and it was dismissed. You offered your loyalty and it was ignored. You spoke your truth and it was rejected. I watched this happen. I watched you stand there confused with your hands open and your heart exposed while they looked right through you. I saw the way they labeled you. I saw the way they misunderstood your quietness for arrogance or your kindness for weakness. I saw the way they took what they needed from you and then discarded you when you were no longer convenient. And I know the question that has plagued you. Why does it happen to you? Why does it seem like others flow easily through life, finding groups and tribes and partners with ease, while you must fight for every scrap of connection? It is because you are different. And I do not say that as a cliche. I say that as your creator. I built you with a frequency that disturbs the comfortable. I placed a light inside you that irritates the darkness in others. When people reject you, often they are not rejecting you as a person. They are rejecting the light that exposes their shadows. You have been walking through a valley of shadows. This is the phase of pressure. It feels like you are being crushed. It feels like you are buried. But there is a difference between being buried and being planted. For a long time you thought you were buried. You thought it was the end. But I am telling you, you were planted. And now we move deeper. We move into the endurance. Because despite all of this, look at you. You are still here. You did not crumble. You wanted to. There were days you wanted to give up, to turn cold, to become just as cruel and indifferent as the people who hurt you. It would have been easy to become bitter. It would have been easy to shut your heart down and build a fortress of ice around your soul. But you didn't. You kept standing. You endured the silence. You endured the whispering. You endured the feeling of being the black sheep, the outcast, the misunderstood one. You swallowed the disrespect and you remained kind. You took the high road even when it was lonely. Write, I am listening, if you know this struggle. I watched you during those years of endurance. I watched you continue to help others even when no one was helping you. I watched you pray for the people who were gossiping about you. I watched you show up to work, to your family duties, to your responsibilities, carrying a heart that was bleeding internally. That is not weakness, my child. That is the highest form of strength. You thought you were weak because you felt the pain. You thought you were weak because you cried. But endurance is not the absence of pain. It is the refusal to let pain change your nature. You remained human. You remained soft in a hard world. That is a miracle. Think of Joseph. I want you to really think about him. He was a young man with a dream, a vision I gave him, and who rejected him first, his own blood. His own brothers, the people who were supposed to protect him, were the ones who threw him into a pit. Can you imagine the darkness of that pit? Can you imagine the silence? He must have screamed for help. He must have begged, and all he heard was the laughter of his brothers as they sat down to eat, ignoring his cries. He was sold. He was enslaved. He was falsely accused. He was thrown into a dungeon. Years of his life were stolen. Years of rejection. Years of being forgotten. He did everything right and everything went wrong. But Joseph endured. He did not let the pit turn him into a demon. He did not let the prison turn him into a criminal. He kept his integrity. He served even in the dungeon. He interpreted dreams for others even when his own dream seemed dead. You are walking in the footsteps of Joseph. The rejection you feel from your family, your peers, your workplace, it is the pit. It is the mechanism of transport. If Joseph had not been rejected by his brothers, he would have stayed a shepherd. He would have stayed comfortable. He would never have reached Egypt. He would never have been in the position to save the world from famine. The rejection was the vehicle for his destiny. And just like Joseph, your rejection is moving you. It forced you out of spaces that were too small for you. It forced you out of relationships that would have stunted your growth. It forced you to rely on me because I was the only one left. You have endured the season of not enough. You have endured the season of being the second choice. And I am here to tell you that this endurance has built a spiritual muscle in you that few people possess. You have a depth now. You have a gravity. When you speak from a place of survived pain. This brings us to the awareness. You need to understand the why. You need to understand that rejection is often divine redirection. I sometimes allow people to walk away from you because if they stayed, they would have capped your potential. I allow doors to close because if you had walked through them, you would have walked into a trap. You have been crying over losses that were actually wins. You have been grieving the loss of people who were anchors dragging you down. You have been desperate for the approval of people who do not have the capacity to understand your assignment. Think of David, the shepherd boy, the king. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint the new king, David's own father didn't even call him into the room. Jesse lined up all his other sons, the tall ones, the strong ones, the ones that looked the part. David was left in the field with the sheep. He was rejected by omission. He was forgotten by his own father. Imagine standing in that field, knowing something important is happening at the house, and knowing you weren't invited. Imagine the feeling of unworthiness. But I do not see as man sees. Man looks at the outward appearance, but I look at the heart. I left the tall brothers standing there. I left the strong brothers standing there. I rejected the ones who looked like kings, but had the hearts of servants. And I called for the one who smelled like sheep. I called for the one who had been worshiping me in the solitary places. Your rejection by the world is often the sign of your election by heaven. The fact that you do not fit in is the proof that you are set apart. You are trying to squeeze yourself into a mold that I did not make for you. You are trying to get validation from people who are blind to your value. Stop asking the blind to proofread your vision. Stop asking the deaf to validate your song. They cannot see you because they are not looking from my perspective. They see your surface, I see your glory. They see your past, I see your future. They see your mistakes, I see your potential. This awareness must settle in your spirit now. The burden you carry, the feeling of being an outsider, is the burden of the chosen. To be chosen is to be separated. To be anointed is to be consecrated. You cannot be common and called at the same time. If you were like them, the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world, because I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Do not be surprised by this. Do not take it personally anymore. It is spiritual physics. Light exposes darkness. Truth exposes lies. Integrity exposes corruption. Your very existence challenges people who are living in compromise. That is why they withdraw. That is why they attack. That is why they exclude you. But now, my child, we must move to transformation. You cannot stay in the place of the victim. You cannot stay in the place of sadness. You must take this rejection and use it as fuel. The iron that goes through the fire does not come out the same. It comes out as steel. You are in the forging process. The heat is high. The pressure is intense. The hammering is constant. But I am making you into a weapon. I am making you into a vessel of honor. You must change your narrative. Stop saying they rejected me. Start saying God protected me. Stop saying I am alone. Start saying I am set apart for a purpose. This is the transformation of your mind. You are moving from a beggar seeking crumbs of approval to a king and a queen realizing you own the bakery. You do not need their validation. You have mine. Think of Moses. He was rejected by his own people. When he tried to help them the first time, they asked, "Who made you a ruler and a judge over us?" He fled into the wilderness. He spent 40 years in the desert, 40 years of silence, 40 years of being a nobody. But in that silence, he met me at the burning bush. If he had stayed in Egypt comfortable in the palace, or if he had been immediately accepted by the Hebrews, he might never have developed the character needed to lead an entire nation through the Red Sea. The rejection drove him to the wilderness, and the wilderness drove him to God. Your wilderness is not a wasteland. It is a classroom. In this time of solitude, I have been teaching you to hear my voice. I have been stripping away your dependency on others. I have been showing you that you are stronger than you think. I have been clearing out the clutter from your life so that you can focus on the mission. You are transforming. You are becoming someone who cannot be shaken. When you need people, they have power over you. When you need their applause, you are their slave. But when you break free from the addiction to approval, you become dangerous to the enemy. You become unstoppable. You are reaching a place where you can walk into a room and be completely okay if no one speaks to you. You are reaching a place where you can speak the truth even if your voice shakes and you don't care if they agree. You are reaching a place where your identity is rooted in the eternal, not the temporary. This is the freedom of the rejected. When you have nothing left to lose in the eyes of man, you have everything to gain in the eyes of God. And I want to speak to the pain of betrayal specifically. Some of you have been betrayed by a Judas. You have had someone close to you, someone who ate at your table, someone who knew your secrets turn against you. It hurts. It cuts deep. But remember my son Jesus. He was the ultimate example of rejection. He came to his own, and his own received him not. The religious leaders called him a devil. His family thought he was crazy. His hometown tried to throw him off a cliff. And in the end, one of his best friends sold him for 30 pieces of silver. Another friend denied even knowing him. And the crowds who cheered Hosanna on Sunday screamed, "Crucify him on Friday." He was rejected by the world he created. But he did not let their rejection stop his mission. He did not come down from the cross to prove them wrong. He stayed. He endured. He forgave. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That is the level of transformation I am calling you to. I am calling you to forgive the people who rejected you, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. Holding on to the bitterness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Let it go. Release them. They were just actors in your story. They played their part. They moved you from one scene to the next. Thank them for the rejection. Thank them for the closed door. Thank them for walking away, because they made room for what is coming. And what is coming, my child, is the alignment. We are moving into the final phase, the transfer, the shift. You have endured. You have become aware. You have transformed. And now you are ready to receive. The stone that the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. That is your prophecy. The very thing they mocked you for will be the thing I use to bless the world. The very uniqueness that made you an outcast will be the key that unlocks your destiny. I am aligning you with your true tribe. I am aligning you with people who have the eyes to see you and the ears to hear you. They are coming. They are on their way. But I had to clear the wrong people out first. I had to make space. You are about to step into a season where the favor of God will outweigh the rejection of man. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Notice I did not say I would remove your enemies. I said I would prepare a table in their presence. They will have to watch you eat. They will have to watch you bless. They will have to watch you soar. And they will be shocked. They will look at you and wonder, is this the same person we cast aside? Is this the same person we ignored? They will see your light and they will be confused because they thought they extinguished it. But you cannot extinguish a fire that God kindled. You are coming out of the shadows. You are coming out of the background. I am putting a spotlight on your gift. I am putting a microphone in your hand. I am giving you influence not for your ego, but for my kingdom. Because you know what it feels like to be broken, you will be a healer. Because you know what it feels like to be rejected, you will be an includer. Because you know the pain of silence, you will be a voice for the voiceless. Your pain was your training. Your rejection was your credential. You are not damaged goods. You are a custom creation forged in the fire of adversity, ready to be used for a high purpose. I need you to stand up on the inside. I need you to square your shoulders. I need you to lift your head. You are a child of the Most High God. You are royalty. You are loved with an everlasting love. My acceptance of you is absolute. My validation of you is final. The world changes its mind every day. One day they love you, the next they hate you. Why would you build your house on such shifting sand? Build your house on the rock of my love. I have written your name on the palms of my hands. I have counted the hairs on your head. I knew you before I formed you in the womb. I set you apart. You feel a calling, don't you? A tugging at your soul. A sense that you are here for something big. That is why the enemy fought you so hard. That is why the rejection was so vicious. If you were insignificant, nobody would have bothered to stop you. The level of opposition is a clue to the level of your destiny. You have survived the storm. Now you must learn to walk on the water. I am aligning circumstances in your favor right now. I am turning the hearts of kings towards you. I am opening doors that no man can shut. But you must be ready to walk through them without the baggage of the past. You must leave the victim mentality at the door. You are not a victim, you are a victor. The past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Those people who left, let them go. Bless them and release them. They could not go where you were going. The air is too thin up there for them. The responsibility is too heavy for them. You are going to the top of the mountain. You are going to a place of clarity and vision. I want you to feel my love wrapping around you right now. Let it dissolve the knot in your stomach. Let it soothe the ache in your chest. You are safe. You are held. You are understood. I am the father who never leaves. I am the friend who sticks closer than a brother. I am the one who stays when everyone else walks out. And I am telling you today, it is your time. The season of hiddenness is ending. The season of manifestation is beginning. You will see why it had to happen this way. You will look back at the closed doors and say, "Thank you, God, for not letting me enter." You will look back at the people who left and say, "Thank you, God, for removing them." It all worked together for your good. Every tear, every lonely night, every harsh word, it was all ingredients in the recipe of your soul. And the result is beautiful. You are beautiful. You are strong. You are wise. You are resilient. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. Do not let the lies of the enemy take root in your mind. Uproot them. Replace them with my truth. The truth is you are chosen. The truth is you are capable. The truth is you are accepted by the only one who matters. I am equipping you now with new armor. The armor of confidence. Not arrogance, but a quiet, steady confidence that comes from knowing who your Father is. When you walk into a room now, you will not look for approval. You will bring the atmosphere. You will bring the peace. You will bring the love. You will be the thermostat, not the thermometer. You will love people, but you will not be enslaved by their opinions. You will serve people, but you will not be defined by their gratitude. You are free. The chains of rejection have been broken. The cage has been opened. It is time to fly. My child, I am proud of you. I am proud of how you kept going. I am proud of your tender heart. I am proud of your persistence. I promise you the best is yet to come. The glory of the latter house shall be greater than the former. The years the locusts have eaten will be restored. You will laugh again. You will trust again. You will build again. And this time you will build on a foundation that cannot be shaken. Receive this healing. Receive this new perspective. Receive this acceptance. You are mine. And that is enough. That is everything. Right, I am still standing to seal this in your spirit. Let the world know that you did not break. Let the enemy know that he failed. Walk in this truth today. Walk with your head high. You are the beloved of the Lord, and you are never, ever alone. I am with you. I am for you. I love you. Amen. Now take a deep breath. Release the tension in your shoulders. Think about the path of Esther, a young girl, an orphan taken from her home. She was thrust into a palace of strangers. She had to hide her identity. She had to hide who she truly was. That is a form of rejection, the feeling that if you showed your true self, you would be destroyed. She lived in a high-pressure environment where one wrong move could mean death. She was surrounded by people, yet she was utterly alone in her secret. But I placed her there. I positioned her. When the moment of crisis came, when her people faced annihilation, she realized that her entire life, all the pain, all the isolation, all the hiding, had been preparation for one moment. Who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? You are living in your such a time as this moment. The isolation you feel is because you are being positioned. You are being placed strategically. If Esther had been just a normal girl living a normal life, she could not have saved her people. She had to go through the strange, lonely journey to get to the throne. You are on your way to the throne. Not a throne of pride, but a throne of influence. A place where you can make a difference. So do not despise the mystery of your life. Do not despise the strange twists and turns. I am the author, and I am writing a masterpiece. Sometimes the author introduces conflict to develop the character. Sometimes the author introduces a villain to reveal the hero's strength. You are the hero of this story because I am living inside you. Do not fear the silence. Silence is where deep roots grow. Do not fear the darkness. The darkness is just the canvas for your light. I want you to see yourself as I see you. I see a warrior. I see a survivor. I see a king. I see a queen. I do not see the mistakes you made when you were hurting. I do not see the times you fell down. I see the times you got back up. And you always got back up. That is why I chose you. Not because you are perfect, but because you are persistent. You have a yes in your spirit that the enemy cannot extinguish. You have a hunger for truth that the world cannot satisfy. That hunger led you here. That hunger led you to this message. I am filling that hunger now. I am pouring my spirit into the dry places of your soul. I am watering the garden of your heart. Bloom where you are planted, even if you are planted in rocky soil. Even if you are planted among thorns, bloom anyway. Let your life be a testament to my faithfulness. Let your joy be a rebuke to the enemy. When they see you happy, it confuses them. When they see you at peace, it unsettles them. Your peace is your weapon. Guard it. Do not let them drag you back into the mud. Do not let them provoke you into acting out of character. Stay high. Stay seated in heavenly places. You have the mind of Christ. Use it. You have the heart of the Father. Embrace it. You have the power of the Spirit. Walk in it. The rejection was the wind that blew away the chaff. Now only the wheat remains. Now only the substance remains. You are real. You are authentic. You are true. In a world of fakes and copies, you are an original. And originals are often misunderstood until they are recognized as masterpieces. Your time of recognition is coming. But even if it doesn't come from man, you already have it from me. And my recognition is the only currency that matters in eternity. So go forth, my child. Go forth with a lighter heart. Go forth with a clearer mind. The burden has been lifted. The lie has been exposed. The truth has set you free. You are not rejected. You are redirected. You are not abandoned. You are adopted. You are not alone. You are aligned. I love you with a love that cannot be measured. I accept you with an acceptance that cannot be revoked. Rest in that. Live in that. You are my child, and I am your God. Peace be with you.